Turkey traders, today we're going to look at the grain market. We had the USDA report out on Friday, and that was some interesting times. Wheat just completely bombed out, as you can see in the behind us. Corn also down. Soybean found some support with some yields and stockpiles a bit different. And sugar, well, sugar's graphed on there, but we're mainly focusing at the moment on the corn, the wheat, and the soybean market. Okay, so let's get started on this. So first of all, let's look at the main issues really, and pretty much there's your answer. Those larger grain stocks, the market's dropped out. Soybeans found some support, and really this is the yield thing here that we're looking at. Soybeans had a sort of a less yield than what the estimates were. Corn had more, and then that's pretty much just what affected the price, because on top of that you've already got the stockpiles which are here, and this is why this sort of explains the full picture here from the USDA results. Corn, the estimate was 2431, coming 2477. May not seem like big numbers, but it's enough that already the market for grains is already heavily shorted. A little bit of good news can shoot that price right up like soybeans, but because there's already so many shorts in the market, it just seems that things like wheat, that just completely bombed down with that news. So let's go back to the charts and just see sort of what trades we're looking at this week. So let's pull out wheat first of all. As you can see, just complete drop off there. I want to see what happens tomorrow. It is a public holiday in America for Martin Luther King Day. They got a long weekend. So with wheat, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it get back into that $4, 4.15, 4.10 even range again. Whether there's any news on any of the damage to stocks or damage to fields from the recent weather events, both in South America, mainly Argentina, and in the US, we'll wait to be seen. I'm going to stay out of wheat for the moment. If it does get around to that 4.15 under that mark though, I will probably long, because it has found previous support that is an extremely cheap rate, and I think the risk of it going any lower than that, you never know, but look at that RSI. The RSI down here already, what are we about? 14-15 RSI on the 1 hour. So I'll just switch to the 4 hour so you can probably get more of an idea of the sort of past where it's been. So you can see this sort of, bumped around here. I forget why. That must have been one of the other reports. Haven't gone back to the start of December to see. But obviously, it could go back to what it was back here on the 38th. But I think at the moment there's support around this sort of, $4, 4.1, 4.15. So for me, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If the price does go down to there tomorrow, with the American market shut, I will consider a long position. Not too much equity, of course. There's always a chance it's going to go down. But at some point, just remember with grains, there is an incredible amount of demand at the moment. So yes, all of these, lots of stocks. There's lots of supply online, lots of production. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of demand as well, and I think that maybe some bad weather events, maybe some issues of exporting, maybe getting this grain to market is going to find some support there. Okay, so let's go back to corn now. So corn as well, the RSI supports it. Corn found a bit more support. I think if we go back to the other, what we were looking at before, it doesn't seem as bad with the ending stocks. Obviously the market wasn't as affected by it, and if we, again, this is a 4 hour for corn, it is finding support around this sort of 3.3 mark. It did bomb down there. I made some good money on the upride. So again, I'm not going to jump on it at the moment. See what happens tomorrow. If it does get back under this 3.36 and definitely towards that 3.34, I'll go long. The reason I wouldn't short it is there's always a chance that it finds some support. And grains overall is a big short market, but I'd rather just stay out, let the price come down, and then if it gets to a point that I feel is a support level, I'll go long. The chance of it going backwards even more is always there, but limit your risk, and then obviously if there is an upshot, you are going to capture that. I definitely wouldn't long corn though at that price at the moment. The good thing with corn that really surprised me that it didn't go down even further. You saw that wheat before. If we go on the 1 hour, you can see that it really just bombed down the 1 hour and then just sort of a slight bit of retracement there. It will be interesting to see what happens tomorrow with that one. And then onto our soybean. So soybean, with the results, it was only slightly better than the estimate, but it was enough to just push that price up. And I think with grains at the moment that it's searching for any good news. There's so many shorts out on the market that a little bit of good news. Now, don't get too excited. This isn't something amazing or a huge market turnaround, but it seems to be enough. So with soybean, I'm going to see what happens tomorrow. But I'm actually considering longing that at that level. I want to see what happens with the market open and see what the support is. The thing that concerns me is that RSI has gone from 30 up to almost double 60. When I see that, I do worry as if it's a proper bounce up that's going to be a sustained rally, or if it really is just a quick bounce up with good news and the shorts are going to come back in the market and smash that back down again. So overall, the grain market at the moment, I think the best thing is just caution. I certainly won't be opening anything at the start of the market. I will be waiting to see what happens, through the day. As I said though, but basically, wheat comes back down. If corn comes back down, definitely buy in. Soybean, I'm going to consider it. I wouldn't be surprised if I do look at a buy-in. I'll just quickly bring that chart out again though. If I am longing soybean, I'm going to be, looking at this 9.2. Just be prepared that whatever equity I put in, that there's a chance it could go back down to that 9.2 mark. So happy trading. As always, protect your equity and have a great start to the week.